Hey guys, this is Lance1000 here, and back with another commentary. Yes, it's been a little while, hasn't it? Yeah, I deleted my commentary on David. I just didn't like that commentary, so yeah. You probably could already tell that, but, whatever. It is on Jubilee Mirrors if you still want to see it, but, whatever. I guess you could kind of call this a replacement for that video, but whatever. So, yeah. Now, this video, I've wanted to commentate on for a little while now. Now, basically, this user known as MrFlipperInvader782 decided to make a rant on Patreon just because Ryan, the leader of the BOP community, decided to open up a Patreon account, So, he decided to make a rant on it, and man, this rant was just terrible, and since I'm mainly a ranter, I have every right to criticize this video, so yeah. Now, I can't believe that I forgot to put this commentary on upcoming videos in my credits in some of my videos, because, well, I've wanted to commentate on it. I can't believe I forgot. Anyway, without further ado, let's get started, shall we?
Hello beautiful people, this is MrFlipperInvader782 here, bringing you a Flippy Rant. Now I know in my update video I said I was going to show my face, but due to complications on not knowing where the hell I put my video camera, sadly it's only going to be my voice and a still frame of a Patreon symbol or something.
Hey, excuse me, do you have a webcam? They're built into practically every computer now. Do you have one? You shouldn't worry about a video camera if you have a webcam. Just saying.
So yeah, what initially brought this rant to begin with was when Ryan Rhino Mills, who you know is the infamous leader of the bot commentary community,
Oh yeah, I'm gonna skip just a little bit because I already explained this in my introduction to this video, so yeah. Skip.
on user sellouts. Well, he admitted that, attention, I have become a big sellout by having by opening a Patreon account, which I will explain later why he is an actual sellout.
Oh, why is he a sellout? Oh wait, I forgot. It's because he opened up a Patreon account.
To me, that this Patreon thing has become a big fad over the internet, and for semi-popular to non-popular video creative users who want to get a little bit of money but can't because they're not popular enough to get on either like YouTube's partner program or being partnered with places like Machinima or whatever. And to me, it seems like Patreon is used as a last resort on making money when people are either too lazy to do themselves, because that's what the essential thing is. People are lazy and they just want money right away. For example, with Ryan Rhino Mills, Ryan has a job which he could easily work for and make money off of that job, but no, he instead decided to use a Patreon and take the easy way out, which really, if you have a job, there is no reason to open up a...
Well, he probably has a pretty crappy job, and he would probably rather make money off of YouTube videos. People quit their jobs all the time, right?
Oh. Either the Fiery Henry or Alien Guy 34 said getting a job is easier said than done. Well, that's a pretty bold and controversial statement, since there are tons of factors that could work into that getting a job. Now, I don't know much about getting a job, but I'll say this. I'm planning to get a summer job this summer in retail, like a friggin', I don't know, bagger at HEB or something, and it is easy. All I have to do is fill out the application and...
Hello? Hello? I thought I was watching this video about you ranting on Patreon. Not your summer plans. You remind me of some other person that I commentated on. Her username is displayed on the screen right now.
And just make sure I say I'm available to work on weekdays, weekends, pretty much all 24/7, and I'll get in. So it's not that hard to get a simple job like that,
Okay, I'm guessing I'm not gonna see much videos from this guy during the summer. At least in my opinion, I think that's a good thing.
which pretty much everybody starts in retail. So I don't know if that's Rhino case or something different or what, but saying that getting a job these years haven't done is a pretty bold statement.
Well, as far as I know, I think it depends on the job. Like, if you want to be a doctor or something, you have to go through, like, 8 years of college. But if you want to work at McDonald's, you just have to be a certain age and basically sign a form, and that's pretty much it. So, Mr. Flippy Invader, it depends on the job, more than anything else. Fun fact, I guess.
To make, and neither Ellen Guy or Fire Henry, whoever said it, backed it up enough to prove their point. Also, let's take a note. DSP Gaming. He is already partnered with Machinima, so he already makes money off his videos. But since, of course, he's the biggest hypocrite and asshole of the entire century, he gets less and less views, which therefore means less and less money. So, of course, he uses Patreon as a backup to make up for those lost views. But even then, I really doubt they'll make up. Maybe he'll get like 5% back, but that's it. So yeah, with DSP's case, it's just an excuse for money.
Apparently, all you need to do to tick off this guy is to get a Patreon account. Good to know.
To open up a Patreon account, and that leads me to my second point. If you have a Patreon account, you are e-begging. Don't try to deny it. You are e-begging. For you newbies out there who don't know what e-begging is, basically it's essentially begging your viewers or your audience to give you money for whatever non-important cause you may need.
I think you're thinking of the Smosh incident from a year and a half ago. I think that's what you're thinking about, to be honest.
The most common one I see is getting better equipment, whether it be microphones, cameras, or video editing programs to make better videos. Same thing with Ryan Mills and T-Bone 2004, which is absolutely inexcusable because, like I said, you have a job.
I don't know. Maybe Ryan has already quitted his job.
Use that job and just continue working until you make enough money yourself and don't rely on others to pay for it for you. If you don't have a job, then get a job, you lazy freaking bum. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally got them, man. Yeah. Take that. You don't have a job, even though I don't have a job myself. Because I just can't take people who open up Patreon accounts. I have lost all faith in people who open up Patreon accounts. So, yeah, you totally are an idiot, Ryan. Yeah.
And people will say, "Oh no, it's an option for my audience to give me money."
Which is true for people who open up Patreon accounts. Like, seriously, it's not like they're controlling your mind and asking you to give them money. It's just an option. Even if they're being as greedy as possible, it's still just an option for you to give them money.
They're essentially lying through their teeth because people can say anything and they'll think, "Oh, it's like they're treating their audience like sheep, like, oh, they won't know I'm e-begging because I'm a generous person," which if you know Ryan Mills, he's not a generous person. He's the biggest egotist tryhard I've ever seen in the commentary community, even worse than Steven the Master.
I hate to say it, but I think you're an even bigger tryhard than Ryan.
If you know me from my Flipping Invader channel, then you know how much I had a feud with that guy. And that's another thing. People who open Patreon, they have these Patreon works is like they have these rewards for people who do decide to pay money, so they're not just paying money and getting nothing back in advance. They have these rewards. Basically, this is what it tells me. Oh, a viewer who sends me money, oh, you're cool. You're gonna get all these rewards that you may or may not give a shit about. Viewers who don't want to give me money and just want to watch my videos for the fun of it, fuck you. You get nothing. You get nothing from me.
Okay, I will admit, maybe that's them being a bit greedy.
You dare not give me money, get the fuck out of my face. Do you see the problem with that? Yeah. And for a person like Rhino and commentators should not open up a Patreon because let's get something straight here. In the big whole YouTube community, how popular are commentators right now? Probably at the very, very low bottom. Do you know what is popular right now?
No, I don't think ranters and commentators are at the bottom. Do you know what I think is at the bottom? There's people who make really obscure videos that nobody cares about. That's what's on the bottom.
People who play video games. That's right. You've seen them all over the freaking place. It's downright annoying. The thing is, video games are the biggest
Even though I
thing
think that
right
there's
now.
too
I mean,
much
out
Let's
of all the
Players out there,
entertainment things,
he is being a
movies,
bit biased
music,
here.
and video games. Video games is at the top. Video games is at the top. Let's face it, it's fact. And yeah, yeah. Video gamers. I mean, sure. Why not just sell out and cash in on whatever on the video games and you make money off of that? But commentators, they're not. The commentators don't have that big of an audience. Don't have that big of an audience. Even people like M. One or Steven the Master, whoever, how many subscribers they had, it won't work because they're not the biggest popular thing on YouTube. It's game reviewers.
No, I don't think it's game reviewers which are the most popular. I think what the most popular people on YouTube are Let's Players, another game-related type of channel. There's a difference.
Another thing, when I said sold out, the whole thing about Patreon being a big sellout and everything, that's essentially true because you know why? It goes back to the trope of I only do it for the art or whatever. Basically, you make your work because you. The whole purpose of you making your content is because you like doing it, not so you can make money.
If you really wanted to explain this to people, why didn't you just do it earlier?
I agree. Back then, before I bet you that back before Patreon even existed or Kickstarter or any of these other crowdfunding programs, which much like a dose of Buckley, I fucking hate them. It seems like people create videos solely because they like doing it. But now, ever since Patreon, they figure, ooh, I can jump on the bandwagon and make money, even though I'm not going to make very much because I'm a commentator or either something like that. I'm just a basic video maker that rants on movies, cartoons, or music, and I'm open up a Patreon, even though I'm probably not going to get nearly as enough as people who play video games.
I said this to Desi Loves South Park, and I'll say it to you now. It's not a good idea to get incredibly repetitive.
Games. And yeah, that's the biggest problem. People are jumping on it like a big bandwagon, like whatever subject commentates on, whether it be RJ Bansma or in this case Bork Productions, if you can call them a bandwagon. Everybody's doing it for the money. Everywhere I go, I see people open up Patreon accounts. Even people I like Alien Guy 34 and Pie Guy Rules, and of course the controversial, mysterious Mr. Enter. It's like what's the point? Why not just get a job or use your job and make money off of that?
I think we get it already.
Don't be a sellout and just show you're doing it for the money, which you can lie and say you are, but let's face it, you're taking advantage of the fact that you can make some quote unquote big bucks off of it because you think you're a freaking hotshot and all that. So yeah, that's why I hate Patreon and all its nonsense. I just have no respect for Patreon or any of its users, even people I like. Sorry, but
Mr. Flippy Invader, this rant was just bad. You should put more time into your rants and commentaries. Anyway, that's pretty much it for that commentary. Bye.